we've been building a VR birthday card for my niece Lauren. Let's take a look at what we have. So we've got our whole scene here, we can navigate around. When I click, I see nice big shiny happy birthday, we've got a cake, but it feels kind of lifeless. I want something to actually happen when we're walking around in the scene. So let's add some audio. We could also think about adding particles, maybe the cake would spin around, but more than anything, when you have a happy birthday card, it needs to sing happy birthday. So let's go find some. Archive.org is a great place to find music. They have an amazing collection of things, much of which is publicly available. I found Happy and Wonderful Birthday to Name Goes Here. It's a wonderful twist on the standard happy birthday song. Let's take a listen. So I can download this, and it's available in a variety of files. We'll just get a standard MP3 file. Put that into my directory, and now we just need to load it into the scene like we do with everything else. Let's add an audio loader. So with the audio loader, it will load up the MP3 file and give us the raw data. But we need to put that data into something. Now, we could use an HTML audio tag, but then it wouldn't really be in 3D or part of VR. So what we need to do is create a Three.js audio object. And we attach the data into the audio object with setBuffer, audio.setBuffer, the MP3. There's one more thing that we're going to have. Audio in VR is positional. When you move around within the scene, it can make a difference. And so we have something called an audio listener that lets Three.js track where you are in the scene and adjust the audio. So now the audio listener has been added to both the camera and the audio object, so they are connected and can update each other. So that's it. That's all it requires to add audio to our scene. Now let's trigger it. So I was thinking we should trigger it when we get to the target in front of the birthday cake. How do we identify that target? We actually have one event listener here that's used for all targets. Well, as it turns out, Three.js objects, this is a common problem in Three.js, so you can just set a name on the object. So let's find the target in front of the cake and set its name to cake. Now in the event listener, when we get the target, in addition to moving, we can say if e.target.name equals cake, then audio.play. Now we can reload the web page. When we navigate to the cake, it plays the music. So I'm really happy with this card. There's just one thing that's bothering me. The sky is just this plain blue. I would like it to be something with more interesting details to look at. Maybe a sky with some clouds in it. Well, when you want to create a background, all we really need is a large image. These are often called sky spheres or sky boxes. And we just drop it into the background. So I went to Open Game Art, since these are often used in video games, search for sky. And here's a nice one just called Sky Backdrop. So let's download that. At the bottom of our init content function, we're going to add a new sphere, which is going to be gigantic and will cover the entire scene. Since we're going to use a texture, let's set the color to white. And the map will be, let's use our texture loader again. Sky.jpg. So now we reload the scene, and my sphere is in there, but I can't see it. Why is that? Well, normally in 3D graphics, we're on the outside of objects. In order to make the graphics perform well, we try not to draw things you're not going to see. So the software will look at what's called the normal. Which direction is every particular polygon facing? If it's facing away from the camera, that means we can't see it, so it won't try to draw it. Well, normally, it's going to draw only things on the outside of the sphere, but in this case, we're inside the sphere. So we need to tell Three.js, hey, for this object, you're going to actually draw the back sides or the inside of the object. We can do that easily by just saying side is 3js.backside. Now we've reloaded and we have this really nice cloud background. I think my niece is really going to love this. So over this series, we've created a full VR birthday card. We've added lots of art. We've added interactivity in the form of the birthday cake, playing music when you approach it. And of course, if I wanted to spend more time, there's all sorts of things I could add. We could add particles like flowers or rainbows popping out. We could add photos of her and her brother playing. We could even add videos if we wanted. All of these things can be dropped into the middle of a WebVR scene. So this has all been using WebVR. It lets you create VR experiences that work on desktops, phones, and in VR headsets using just web technology. You don't need to get a special app developer license. It's all just part of the web. If you'd like to learn more, we've got a website where you can find out about all of our VR and AR initiatives. Firefox Reality is our browser for working in VR. The Spoke tool that we used is on there along with Hubs, our online chat system, plus a bunch of tools to help you build VR content.